Speaking of the car rental market in Nigeria, it is interesting to note how rapid the growth rate, in which it is projected to 7.35%, that is for 2023 to 2027, resulting in a market value of $0.91 billion in 2027. Today on SNEL, we'll take a critical look at the sector to find out how lucrative the car rental service is. I'm being joined by Chiazon Arinze. She's the CEO of Autogirl Limited.
Thanks so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So when it comes to rental business, let's get down into it. It seems kind of strange to the normal Nigerian because we are used to the normal, hailing cars and online cars and what's not. So briefly, how is the rental service in Nigeria, or what is it basically in Nigeria?
Okay, so what is the norm can change, perspectives can change. Before we had ride-hailing apps, we had, the regular method of actually physically hailing a driver when you go outside to look for a taxi. We also had a method of going to, they had all those taxi parks where you can actually go and get taxis. So the mode of transportation will keep on, evolving until it becomes very convenient for all sectors of people. So for the car rental, it's mostly for, middle class citizens and above, people that can actually afford to, bulk pay for their mobility at a point. But there are a lot of people that also depend on paying daily. But then people that can bulk pay for their mobility at a point actually save a lot more than people that are trying to, in quotes, save money by just, getting the mobility needs as at when they need it. Because now, for example, from Yaba to Lekki Phase 1 right now on ride-hailing apps would be about 6,000 to 7,000 naira. But if you have already had a car rental arrangement with a responsible car rental company, in a month you can be paying as low as 450k and monthly, and daily that is 15,000 naira, and that in that day you can go from Yaba to Lekki Phase 1, from Lekki Phase 1 to Aja, from Aja to Ikorodu, and all of that, and all those costs is already put in it. And in the middle of that, you don't have to maintain any vehicle, you don't have to pay for fueling, you don't have to think about servicing, insurance, and all of that. So it's a lot of cost saving on the people that can afford it.
So how long have you been in the business? And let's look at the market point of view. How lucrative, or let's talk about how long you've been in the business and what actually made you venture into the business first of all.
So this is actually our third year of renting vehicles. What made me go into the business because I saw a gap. Now, for expatriates, for tourists, and for businesses, they regularly need a reliable source of mobility, and it's hard for them to get it. Relying on taxis, relying on danfos is not really convenient for this sector of people. And this sector of people, even though they are a small sector of the Nigerian population of people living in Nigeria, they are still extremely important because these are the guys contributing to the economic growth of Nigeria. So it should actually be priority to find out an easy way for them to move while they are in the country, and that is exactly what car rental provides.
So you mentioned you started 3 years ago.
Yes.
How many cars did you start with, and how many do you have currently?
Okay, we started with about 3-4 vehicles from different hosts. Hosts are people that own vehicles on our platform. Currently, we have over 178 vehicles on our platform in Lagos and Abuja, and we are still onboarding vehicles every single day.
Oh, nice. So, if I wanted to venture into this business, how much, is enough for me to start off the business?
Honestly, if you already have a car, you don't need any money to start off the business. You just need to put it on the Autogirl platform and you have set up your own car rental business.
Okay, say that again. That simply means I have to put my car on your platform.
Yes, and tap into our wide stream of customers, our wide network of businesses, and you get reliable income.
How do I get reliable income from that? Break it down.
Okay, so because we are already a pioneer company in the car rental industry, we have a large stream of customers that we have demand for. So the way we reach out, we satisfy this demand is by having ready car owners that are willing to monetize their vehicles on our platform. So when you have a vehicle, you bring it on our platform, we are able to connect you to a ready car renter, whether it's an expatriate, whether it's a tourist, or whether it's another business that needs your services, and we make our commissions on it.
Okay, so do you do like registration? We know the way the government is. Are there registrations where you have to do? And the drivers, how do you source for drivers, and how reliable are these drivers?
Okay, great. So registration as documentation, of course, your vehicles has to have the complete documentation. Insurance, comprehensive insurance is extremely important to us, and also trackers. So there are requirements that you need to have before you can put a vehicle on the platform. I forgot the second question you asked.
The drivers, how do you source for them? How reliable are they?
Okay, so yeah, for the drivers, we have an operations department that sources for drivers, and what we do is that we run our drivers through our KYC process, meaning that we verify our drivers using their national identity number. We verify them using their house addresses, using places and measures that we can use to actually verify who these people are, where are they from. They also have guarantors that they bring to us before they can come on our platform. We also verify them and their guarantors, so have multiple points of contact for the drivers that we use. So they go through a thorough KYC verification process.
Nice, because safety, drivers and safety go hand in hand.
So
what's the average cost of to rent a vehicle? What's the average cost?
Okay, so the average cost is 50K, but for people on budget daily, for people on budget and are ready to rent for as long as a month, they can get for as low as 15,000 naira daily, and this cost covers driver and fueling. Yes, fueling even in this period of no subsidy.
Okay, so apart from budget, what other factors determine the rates you actually give out to people?
Okay, so the other factors that determine the rates we give out to people is, number one, the type of vehicle that you are renting. You don't expect to pay the same amount for a Prado that you pay for a Camry, and you don't expect to pay the same amount for a Rolls Royce that you pay for, a Prado. So basically the pricing varies according to the type of vehicle you're using, also according to the distance you're using, because our regular rates are for within city alone, so within Lagos City, within Abuja City. But when you're looking at going into state, then the pricing starts to change because of the wear and tear, because of the distance.
So you don't charge per hour like other alien services?
So we actually have charge per hour within Lagos. So we charge per hour. We have the option of charging per hour. We have the option of charging daily. We have the option of charging monthly and weekly.
So when customers, because I'm actually very much interested in this, when customers actually decide to drive themselves, do you accept, or it's a norm for drivers to actually take customers around?
Okay, so yeah, 95% of our vehicles, it's compulsory that you must have a driver drive you if you're renting it. But then we have a small 5% that we rent out to businesses and to expatriates that we have verified. So they also go through a thorough KYC verification process. They sign documentation also to, cover any liability that comes from them driving the vehicle. So yes, we allow people to drive themselves, but it is select few, either expatriates or companies, and they have to provide us with some verification documents for us to actually verify their identity, verify where they are staying, and know that the vehicle is going to be safe with them, and if there's any liability, they're going to have to cover it. So
what are challenges you faced, since you started 3 years ago in this business?
Okay, the first challenge I faced is vandalism. When I started, I had people actually target our Prados and vandalize the Prados. So I had to learn a more strategic way of safeguarding the vehicles and of making sure that that's not possible anymore. So right now, I can boldly say that for about a year, we've not had any vandalism issues since we started implementing the new security measures. Also, another issue, of course, has been the rising fuel costs and the fact that it hasn't been stable yet. But of course, as a startup, we are always innovating around issues and looking for innovative ways to solve our problems.
So apart from the fuel subsidy, which we all know it's a government problem, what other government problem do you face in the business?
For now, right now, the government has actually been very, supportive of the transportation sector. In light of the fact that, okay, in Lagos and Abuja, our roads are fairly good. Most of the roads in Lagos and Abuja are actually good. The ones that are not good, once in a while we see the government actually fixing them up. So that has actually been very, very useful to us. So the government have actually been they can actually do more, but they have not been a problem to this sector in any way. And even the fuel subsidy, I do not really think it's a problem, because I feel like it's something that is eventually needed and we had to face. So as a company, we're already planning for it. So it's, yeah.
So talk to us about the profitability in the business.
Okay, so car rental industry, as with any other rental industry, is very profitable. You know, when Airbnb came to Nigeria and they took off, everybody all of a sudden wanted to have an Airbnb, because they realized that, okay, there are actually people that need the service.
Sure.
And the same people that need Airbnbs are the same people that need car rental services as well. So these people are always going to need the service, and this means there's always a ready market for a wide stream of individuals to, you know, use. In Nigeria currently, we have about 11 million annually international airport arrivals. About 11 million of them, and that is a ready market for people that have vehicles to actually go ahead and service. We also have over 11 million companies too in Nigeria, and that is a ready market for people, you know, companies that need to move their staff from point A to point B. So the market is extremely wide, and as we keep on growing daily and if we keep on growing monthly, so there is actually a wide space for any business, any person that owns a car to make a whole lot of money on. In short, I always tell my car host that the money you make is more than enough to maintain your vehicle and also for you to do something nice for yourself.
So can you put a figure to the profit you make on a monthly basis?
I can't, I would not.
You know do that.
The profit we make on a monthly
All right.
basis.
So what do you have to say to someone who wants to venture into this business?
I'll say that I know you already have a source of income, but extra source of income cannot be, you know, it cannot be underrated, especially at this time. It is a safe way of making money, it's an easy way of making money, and it's a reliable way that will put money in your pocket every single day, depending on the kind of vehicle you have. So if you are looking at starting, believe me, you can do it. Just take the leap of faith. Put your vehicle on a reliable platform. I would suggest Auto Girl, of course, and, you know, start making your money.